Well, good morning. If I didn't tell you that already, let's go ahead and get started. So go ahead and find the end of your mat. And when you're ready, just start to roll your shoulders. Find your breath. Good. And take a breath up with me here. Exhale the hands into prayer. Good. Now inhale up and push the room away. Exhale. Do that again. Inhale up. Exhale the hands into prayer. And inhale up and push the room away. Good. One more time up to center and then up and out. Good. Take a breath. Bend your knees, soft fold down onto your legs. Good. Put your hands on the floor. Walk back to plank. Now take a breath. Walk those feet in just slightly as you lift the hips. Find your downward dog. Push the heels down. Lift the hips. And then bring it forward again into plank. Draw the elbows in towards each other. Roll the shoulders back out of your ears. And now we lower down. Try to keep yourself off the floor. And chaturanga into up dog. Now keep the elbows bent if you need to. Think about lengthening the whole front of your body here. And then bring it to a tabletop position. From this tabletop, cat, cow. So roll up into cat and down into cow. Just find your own breath here. Good. Widen out your knees, toes together. Ease the hips back into your child's pose. And roll up onto your shins. We're going to take the right leg forward here. And we're in this kneeling lunge. Just inhale, let the hips sink forward, be in a nice wide stance here. That's going to allow you to sink into that space that you are creating between your hips. Good. Inhale, put your hands on the floor. Now exhale, push back into your hips. Good. You can point your toe here, or you can flex, or you can kind of do a combination. Come back forward on your inhale and exhale, unhinge. Inhale down and exhale back. Inhale forward, exhale up, inhale down and back. One more time, up. And now inhale, put your right hand on the floor, lift your right leg and exhale, revolve your lunge. Take a breath and step in with both feet. Inhale, standing extension. Feel that tailbone picking up toward the back of your mat and the ceiling. And then exhale, drop the ribs down the front of the legs. Bend your knees and unhinge. We're back up into mountain pose. Inhale. Exhale into center. Inhale up. And exhale, push the room away. Good. Inhale up. Exhale, center. Inhale. And exhale out. One more time. And this time, as you inhale up, bend your knees and soft fold down to your legs. Keep those knees bent as you walk back to plank. Strong body here, core in. Inhale as you lift the hips. Exhale, push the heels down. Move the feet a little bit if you need to. And come back to plank. Inhale, sweep that body up into up dog. Lift your heart to the ceiling. Keep your neck relaxed. And go to your tabletop. And just enjoy that cat cow. Good. Knees wider, toes together. See if you can sit back a little further in that child's pose. And then roll up onto your shins. Take your right leg forward and just spend a moment or two here letting yourself release into this space that you're creating. Good. All right. Inhale. Put your hands on the floor. Exhale your hips back. And again, you can point your toe, and you're going to feel that a little more in the shin, the anterior tibialis, or you can flex it back and then slide forward and exhale up. Push the hips forward here. Inhale down and exhale back. Inhale forward and exhale up. Inhale down and exhale back. Inhale forward and exhale up. One more. Inhale down, exhale back, and inhale forward and exhale up. And now we're going to inhale. Put the left hand on the floor, lift your left leg, and on your exhale, revolve your lunge. Hands to the floor, step in to standing extension. Lift those ribs off the hips. Big inhale and exhale and fold. Bend your knees, lift your gaze, and unhinge. Great job. Roll your shoulders. Good. Come back up and exhale into prayer. So we're going to lift the right leg and go into tree. Okay, this is my right leg. Now, I'm on my calf right now, the side of my calf. You can go there. If you're more flexible, you can go higher than your knee. Now, I don't because it actually bothers my knee, but I don't go on my knee. That's where you don't want to be. If you have balance issues, look, I'm just here. Now, this is not the same as doing this. Open that hip, and I'm trying to stack my foot, but my toe is on the floor, giving me just a little bit of balance. Good. And we're just going to hold this for a minute. Now, pay attention to your hips. Ladies, we tend to do this with our hips. whatever, right? We push our hip away. So what I want you to do is think about not locking this knee, but bending the knee, but energizing through the floor and squaring those hips up. You're going to feel the whole leg working now. Good. Now, just watch. I'm going to reach out to the side. Okay. I'm just touching my big toe to the floor, and I'm just going to sit into this leg. And then I'm going to lift and touch again. So watch that from the side. Sit and tree. Sit and tree. Uh-huh. Sit, tree. Sit, tree. Sit, tree. Sit, tree. Two more. And just hold your tree this time and take those hands up. Grow. Good. Swing the arms behind you and step behind. Turn that back foot. Inhale up. And then exhale into warrior two. Now, this leg, the one you just did all that sitting with, should be talking to you. Pull the core in. Straighten your legs. Good. We're going to reach out over that left leg. Feel that big long stretch in the hamstring on the left side. Find your triangle. Good. Bring that up to an unhinge. Now I want you to take your left foot and walk it toward the left side of your mat. Turn your right heel up. You should be in a lunge. Good. Just lift here. Now I just want you to lower that back leg and pick the back leg up. Lower the back leg and pick the back leg up. Now, you can go further than that, or if you need to modify, step in a little bit, and then you can lower here. Four more. Down, lift. Give yourself time to sink, then lift and squeeze. Sink, lift and squeeze, and sink. Lift and squeeze. Good. Put your hands on the floor. Step back to downward dog. Good. Paddle those legs if you'd like to. Good. When you're ready, come forward into plank. Inhale down, sweep that up into up dog. Tuck your feet, lift to downward dog. Now pick up your left leg into three-leg dog. Really push that right foot down. Pull your left heel, open your hip to the left, look out to your left. And now reset your three-leg dog. Take a breath. Exhale, bring that leg all the way forward. Drop into your hips again, splitting your up dog. Good. Take a breath here. Now exhale and look over your left shoulder. Good. Push that back, knees wide, feet together. Child's pose. Use this to roll out the wrists if you need to. Good. Bring yourself up to tabletop. Inhale with your left arm. We're going to thread the needle here. Take a breath. Exhale, reach through. If you can, put it all the way down to the left shoulder. If you need to stop at the elbow, that's okay too. Good. You can also try to widen your legs out just a little bit. Good. Bring that back into tabletop. And now we're going to inhale up with the right arm. And on your exhale, we go through to the other side. And we come back to tabletop. Tuck your feet, lift to downward dog. And when you're ready, take a walk to the top of your mat. Inhale, standing extension. Deep breath here. Let it out like a sigh as you fold. Bend your knees, lift your gaze, unhinge. Take a deep breath at the top. Bring yourself back into your prayer. Well done. All right, when you're ready, find your tree on the left side. So you're standing on your right leg. Again, think about not pushing into the hip, but lifting through the core, slight bend in the knee. Have a stacking sensation of stacking your knee over your ankle and your hip over your knee, and your shoulders right over the center. Good. All right, we're going to take that left foot, just touch the toe to the floor. Inhale, push the hips back. Don't let the knee come forward. Inhale, tree, exhale. Inhale and sit, exhale, tree. Find something to focus on. We have one more. Hold that tree, grow that tree. Let the arms swing behind you. Let the legs catch. Turn the legs. Inhale, and then exhale into warrior two. Inhale, straighten the legs. Reach out over that right leg. Take a breath, and then hinge to your triangle. Make sure your bottom hand is light. And turn. Step back to downward dog. And find your plank. Inhale as you lower. Exhale, lift. Up dog. Tuck your feet. Go back to downward dog. Inhale, lift that left leg into, or right leg, sorry, right leg into three-leg dog. Pull your heel into your hamstring. Open everything to the right. Point your belly button to the right, your right knee to the right. And then bring that leg forward and split your up dog. Take a breath here and look over your right shoulder. Good, bring that leg back. Come to tabletop. Good, and this time instead of thread the needle, we're just gonna do playful puppy. So activate your toes, walk your hands out, and then set your heart on the floor. So my hips stay up. Roll your shoulder blades as far down your back as you can. Take some deep breaths here. Great job. And tuck your feet if they're not tucked. Come up into your downward dog. When you're ready, take your breath with you as you walk to the top of your mat. Inhale, standing extension. And exhale and fold. Bend your knees, lift your gaze, unhinge, and roll your shoulders. Good job. Take a breath. Hands come into prayer. Good. Take your right leg and step halfway back. Big breath up. Exhale, put your hands on your hips and push those hips forward. Open up the front of your body. So, not so much leaning backward. And bring that center. And then inhale again. And reach down into a split leg fold. And we're going to do a variation on the standing split here. It's more of glute work. So we're going to shift our weight forward and exhale up and then set it down and shift back. So you can modify this by just not lifting as high. You can also modify it by just shifting forward and stepping in, stepping back. So whichever one you want to do. So we're going to inhale, shift forward, exhale, lift, inhale, set it down, exhale into your hamstring. Inhale, set it forward, exhale and lift, inhale, set it back. Inhale, lift, and then set back. Up, lift, and back. Up, lift, and back. Up, lift, and two more. Up, lift, and back. One more. Up, lift, and back. Good job. Now take that right leg all the way back wide. Walk your left foot out toward your left side of your mat. Unhinge. You're in a wider stance now. We're in warrior one. Good. I should have gotten your heart rate up a little bit. Good. Straighten here. Now dive down over and into the center here. Leave your right hand on the floor. Revolve to your left. Good. Come back down and sink into your hips in a lunge pose. So lift your back heel. Now we are going to do a move we haven't done in a while. So I want you to take your left hand, put it on the floor. You can also just set your left elbow up on your leg, but I'm in a lunge and I'm going to counter revolve. So sink into your hips and turn to your right. Good job. Bring it back to the center and step back to downward dog. Find your plank. And we go up to up dog. Sit back into tabletop. Now take your right knee out toward the right side of your mat. Take your left foot out. Now sink the hips as far out as you can and as far back. So you're doing a middle split and half a middle split and half of a child's pose. You can stay on your hands. You can drop to the elbows. Good. Bring that back up. We're going to go to downward dog here. And when you're ready, you're going to bring your left leg forward and under you for pigeon. Modify that down onto the hip if you need to. Good. Really try to round those hips toward the top of your mat. Square the shoulders off with the hips and exhale. Come forward if you want to. You do not have to. Maybe you have a better sensation staying up high, and that's okay. Breathe deep here, moving in deeper parts of the muscles here. Good. Let's walk up to our hands. Good. Now, watch what I'm going to do. I'm going to take my right leg. That's the one behind me. I'm going to come up onto my left knee and swing my right leg forward. So now I'm kneeling. Good. Now reach for the floor and step up into standing extension. Exhale into your fold. Bend your knees. Lift your gaze and unhinge. Well done. Find those hands in prayer. Take a breath up. And now you're going to take your left foot halfway back And exhale, split your fold. Now remember what you have. You have options. Here we go. Inhale, shift your weight forward. Exhale, kick it up or just step forward. Then set it down and exhale back. Inhale up and exhale. Set it down and exhale back. Inhale forward, lift it up and set it back. Forward, lift, inhale, 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 set it back. One more, forward and lift and inhale, set it back. Unhinge. Good. Place your hands on your hips. Open up the front of the body. Good. And back into your split fold. Take that left leg back. Walk your right leg toward the right side of your mat. Unhinge into that nice wide warrior one. Inhale and straighten. Dive over with a straight back. Leave your left hand on the floor and rotate to your right. But now turn into your lunge. So lift your back heel. You can come up here or put your right hand on the floor. Sink deep into your hips and exhale, counter revolve. So you're going to your left. And step back to downward dog. Find your plank. And to your up dog. Back to downward dog. And when you're ready, let's bring that right leg forward. Good. And just make this yours. Kind of round those hips forward so the hips and shoulders are squared with the top of your mat and the floor. Keep your breath moving. Good. From here, just take your left leg around, come up into kneeling. Good. And then step up into standing extension. Exhale and fold. Bend your knees. Unhinge. Lift. Good. Take a breath up. And exhale to prayer. Good job. All right, let's head to the floor for the remainder. Take a breath. Exhale, hinge and fold. Walk back to downward dog. Drop right into tabletop. Good. Now we're going to extend the right leg and the left arm. First, pull the core up, line your ears up with your shoulders. So we're not looking down at our knees. Take a breath. Good. Reach out with your fingertips and your heel, and then set it down. Switch sides and set it down. Now, my goal is to rock as little as possible. Inhaling each time you meet at the floor and exhaling as you push away. Wherever you are, give me one more on each side, and then just wait with me in tabletop. Good. So now I want you to take your left knee out to the side and reach away with that right leg. Remember our split leg fold? We haven't done it yet on this side. But it makes a good segue. So bring yourself up. Good. So from there, I want you to take your knees as wide as they'll go, but your feet are towards each other. So this is just a wide child's pose. Sit back. Use your elbows to push you back if you need to. Good. Walk that up. And when you're ready, bring your legs around. Good. Into a seated position. Good. Go ahead and walk your sit bones away from your heels. Sit up tall and take a breath here. Exhale. Push your ribs over your hips. Good. Think about trying to reach your belly button farther down your legs. Really doesn't matter if you reach your toes or not. Your posture is more important than your toes. Good. Slowly sit that up. And then we're going to take the feet wide. Keep your toes pointed up at the ceiling. Take a breath. Now, I don't want you to go here where you're just touching the floor and the back is rounded. So if you have a posterior leaning pelvis, that means right now you're probably like this. I want you to reach behind you and push your pelvis to the floor. So your fold here might be more efficient. Now, if you can keep this long posture, then you can bring it forward. Good. Sit that up and just take your feet together. If you want to shake out your legs, you can. I'd just like for you to take your left leg across your right leg and set your foot flat on the floor. Now find your posture. Now you'll notice I'm not leaning back on my hand. Okay. I'm just using this as a very light kickstand. Should be able to maintain the posture without your hand on the floor. Good. Now you can bring the hand around. You can bring the hand under. You can also just hug. Whatever you want to do, but find that posture. Inhale, exhale, turn the ribs. Let the rest of your body follow. Good. Be active with your bottom leg. So your foot is flexed right now, anchoring into the floor. Good. And release. Just take that foot out and we'll switch sides. Find your posture and then exhale and turn. And come back to the center. Good. Feet to the floor. Roll back and exhale up into a bridge. Lower that bridge down. Exhale, sit all the way up, straighten your legs, and then toe touch. Inhale all the way up. Put the feet back on the floor as you roll down and lift back into a bridge. Inhale, sit all the way up and toe touch. Inhale all the way down and bridge. Up, toe touch, down, and bridge. One more. Up, toe touch, and down, and bridge. Just hold your bridge. Take your hands, interlace your fingers, and place behind your head. Release your bridge. Lift your elbows to the ceiling. Now completely relax your core. Just pull your head up off the floor using your arms only. Relax your shoulders. Good. Take your hands out and go ahead and just grab those knees and give them a hug. And then pick the side you want to go to first. Inhale as you drop over. Exhale, open up the opposite direction with the eyes and with the upper body. And we'll go the other way. Inhale as you switch and exhale and open. Hopefully by this point you feel like a dish rag and you're wringing yourself out. Lots of dynamic movement today. Good. Inhale, bring those legs back into center. Rock back and forth if you want to. And we're just going to slowly drop the knees or drop the feet. If you have knee issues, or well, if you have knee issues, or if you have back issues and you want to keep your feet down with your knees up like this, you can. Or you can drop all the way to corpse pose, or find whatever pose works for you. Close your eyes. Really take the time here to just melt into the floor, relaxing all your joints. Scan your body. Anywhere that's holding tension, just release. Let your focus go there. Use your breath. Just imagine that tension flowing into the floor. Allow your jaw to relax and your tongue to fall back into the back of your mouth. Listen to your breath in the back of your throat. Begin feeling your body in contact with the floor. Wiggle your fingers and toes. When you're ready, just roll to one side. Enjoy a couple of breaths there, and then join me seated. Bring your hands to center. Inhale up. Exhale, push the room away. Inhale up again and come center. Just take a breath here. And God bless you guys. Namaste. Have a blessed day. Thank you so much for joining me. And I hope to see you next time. Let me know if you have any questions.